modern drummer David Frangioni on stage with Elias Mallin. Elias.
Hey, how are you, man?
Great to see you, man. He's on tour with Kesha, and there's a lot more to what Elias is up to than the Kesha gig. That's big enough for most of us. He's on a shed and arena tour, playing to sold-out crowds every single night. But there's even more to unpack, so I'm really excited for everybody to get to know you. So, guys, stick around. Here we go. So, Elias.
Yes.
Let's look at your setup. It's a true hybrid setup of acoustic and electronic drums.
Exactly.
What are you playing for acoustic drums?
Well, first off, I've been a Tama artist for 18 years. Originally signed by Aaron Vishria, now with Sam Gamble at Tama, who we all love Sam.
Yeah, hey Sam.
What's up, Sam? This right here is a Tama Starclassic Babinga kit that I got for actually a Kesha tour in 2018. So I don't really take this one out a lot. It came as a 10, 12, 14, 16-inch toms, 22-inch kick. The Starclassic Babinga is like my favorite kit. I love the way they sound. I mean, to me, attack is like the most important thing for me live. I love to be able to do anything that I hear, you can hear every little note of it. So on this tour, I'm only using the 12 and the 16.
What are the depths?
12 by 9 and 16 by 16. And then the 22 by 18 kick.
Very deep 22.
Yeah. I love it. You know, I mean, this kit's just been like a powerhouse. I've recorded with this kit a bit, but as far as touring, this is only the third time I've ever taken it out. So I love the gold finish on it. We initially got this on the Kesha Rainbow Tour that we did in 2018, which was another Arena Shed tour. And I was using a little bit more of it. But over the years, I've kind of slimmed it down a bit.
And it's painted, correct? It's not a wrap.
No, that's not a wrap. This is gold.
Yeah, nice.
It is. I just tell people it's 24 karat, but that's it.
And the Babinga,
yes,
you're saying that the attack that wood provides is really what makes it your favorite.
Right. I mean, it's just a huge sound, but I mean, basically the way that I like even the drums tuned with the clear emperors on top and the clear ambassadors on the bottom. So two ply in one.
Yeah.
It's just, I stick like a moon gel on it, and it is just, I mean, it feels like you're getting just punched every time I hit a tom. So I love that. I mean, a lot of times when I've gone to see friends play, you can't really make out or really articulate a lot of the things that they're doing on the toms, and so, especially on the floor toms. This, you can hear every little note that I hit. Nice. So that's something that I love about this kit. And this was always like my dream kit. Unfortunately, they don't make them anymore because the Babinga tree is endangered now. So
this is rare.
This is rare now. They don't make these. My first kit with Tama was a BB kit. That was my first kit that Aaron was kind enough to send. And then right after that, I just moved to this guy. And this is just really just exactly the tone that I look for.
And what's the snare?
So this is a steel 14 by 6 Tama Warlord snare. However, you will see that it doesn't look like a regular Warlord.
That's a little Warlord like.
Yeah, like right there. But everything else on it. So one of my best friends, Dave Elich, who I know is just on the cover.
Yeah, he's a great friend, great drummer.
Yes, he's always talking me into buying snares.
Me too.
Right. Yeah.
Dave, stop with the snare drums, man. We've got too many already.
I know. So he had called me, and he basically found this shell, and then he got some new hardware for it and plugs and everything, and it's essentially a Warlord snare, but it's just been refurbished to look like this.
So he found you literally just a shell?
Just the shell. And then he made all of this. So
wow, he put the lugs, everything.
Everything.
Wow, amazing.
So this is, I mean, functionally it's like
a one of one.
This is a one of one, a Dave Elich special, as they say.
Wow, nice.
So yeah, he always has like crazy snares. So
yeah,
he called me and he was like, I think I got a snare that you're going to love. Because once again, I love, with snares, big, loud, attack. I want every little ghost note heard live, everything like that. So this drum is just like...
made out of steel.
Steel.
So it's got to be heavy.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah,
It is.
It's no joke.
And this is a 5.5. What is this?
6.
It's a 6.
It's a 6. Yeah. So this is just
Right,
as you said,
another oddball size. Right.
this is a 101, is just as you said.
Amazing.
So yeah, I mean, a lot of people when they see this drum, especially on this tour, this is the first tour that I've used it. I just got it from Dave. So people are coming out like, what drum is that? Like your snare sounds
Tama
insane.
strainer,
Yep, of course.
right, with the standard Tama snare bed.
Everything Tama. Yep.
The lugs of Tama.
Yeah,
Okay.
everything. So
So-
he got everything.
Control sound.
Oh yeah,
And then there's your ambassador on the bottom.
exactly right.
Pretty much your go-to, except for the snare.
Exactly.
You tightened it up a little with coated.
Exactly.
And a
yeah.
dot.
I feel like the controlled sound is like just the standard on anytime anyone's like, what do you want on your snare? I'm like, the controlled sound.
It always works.
Yeah. And just to add on that, on the kick, it's always a P3. All right. So to check out this snare, to hear how loud it is too.
Okay. Uh-oh.
And
That
just
snare sounds amazing.
amazing, right?
Yeah.
This is just. Just
Tight,
yeah.
tight and big.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I want to sound like out front too. So, in fact, even on this tour, probably I've had the most compliments on the drum sound, where people go, "This is the best your drums have ever sounded."
Yes.
So yeah, is with this kit, with this snare, and yeah, I mean, like you could just hear every little thing. Right, it's just right there, and it feels like I was saying, it's like you're getting hit in the face with something.
Yeah. No, it is.
So-
It's loud. It's punchy. Great definition, but still full.
Oh yeah,
The moon gels. So these moon gels.
yes,
So these moon gels help.
yeah,
You know,
oh, totally.
just that little extra,
Yeah.
tightness, if
Ex-
you will.
exactly.
But still big. And that doesn't sound at all, choked.
Right. I've never really been a huge fan of like super ringy stuff. Like my favorite drum sounds on an album are like Lars on the Black album, Danny Carey, Tool, Carter Beauford, Dave Matthews. So and in all those albums, you can hear every little thing that
Yeah, they're
doing.
very
It's
tight sounds.
very, very tight sounds. So that's what I always kind of go for, and that kind of actually live, at least, no matter who I'm playing with, I'm always trying to shoot for that live. I just think it translates live just the best.
And you're
So-
playing Tama hardware
Yes,
with Iron Cobras.
absolutely.
That's your go-to.
Yes, absolutely. And I have a double pedal here, which on every gig I use a double pedal, even ones that you wouldn't think, even when I'm not playing double bass, because just in case something happens to the right beater, I can always finish out with my left foot. Which, I'll tell you what, that happened on Jimmy Fallon once. I was playing with someone on Jimmy Fallon, and while we were, doing some camera blocking, I had to finish out a song with my left foot on that. And
Amazing.
so it was funny because the MD that same day was like, why do you have a double pedal? And I told him, and that was like a time that it happened. So I was like, that's why I always have a double pedal. As far as the cymbals, the Paiste Formula 602s, the Modern Essentials. For hi-hats and ride, this is 14-inch. This is 22. These are my favorite cymbals in the entire world.
Wow.
I try to bring this on everything. Studio, live. This Modern Essential ride is amazing.
And you'll use this same setup even when you're with Filter or you're
yep.
with Noah Cyrus
Yep.
or wherever the
Wherever
gig
it is,
takes
yeah.
you. These work.
These work all the time and sound great. And every front of house guy, sometimes I'll tune them or have them tuned a little, not the exact same. I might sometimes even add on another moon gel, make it a little tighter, sometimes half a gel. But yeah, this works for everything. And like I said, everyone loves it. So I've never I've brought similar stuff in the studio too for all these artists, and it's it's just perfect. It's just the sound. It's just a vibe.
I can't wait. I want to hear them and I want you to play them, but let's finish the rest of the cymbals.
Sorry. So this is an 18-inch reflector crash Paiste,
Okay.
a 19 reflector crash. Oh, and these are both heavies by the way. I really love these because they're bright, full, and they cut through the loud everything. So I mean,
And they don't bother Kesha.
No.
They're not piercing to the point where a singer feels like they're just too much.
No. And I'll tell you what, on most of the gigs I play, I am wailing on these things.
So any of the singers wouldn't hesitate to say, hey man, that's just too much.
Absolutely, yeah.
Especially the front of house mic.
Right.
They're out there saying, hey, the cymbals are they're too high, too bleeding.
Right.
And just causing issues.
Nope.
That's that blend. That's why a lot of drummers choose slightly darker cymbals.
Right.
At the edge so that they don't interfere with the lead vocal.
Right.
You've dialed these in for that.
Right. And a lot of vocalists actually, because they don't really take overheads, but a lot of the stages are quite big. So unless the singer's sort of coming over here, it's not really bleeding in their mic too much. But they listen to board mixes, they hear how it sounds up front, they love it. Everyone loves it. And the final thing is a Paiste 2002 20-inch crash.
Classic rock crash.
Exactly. Just right over there that I'll go to ride on a lot. And I do a lot of crash riding with Kesha actually on this. But I'll just kind of hit this bell just because, to me, this is the most versatile cymbal ever. I just love it. Like I was saying, but it's got a great bell. And then
it's dark and has a lot of overtone, but you still hear the definition.
Yes, exactly. Once again, definition is my thing. So yeah, and also big shout out to Kelly Paiste, Jack Paiste, Javier. I've been in the Paiste family for almost 20 years now.
The Paiste family is great.
Yes,
and they make obviously iconic instruments.
Absolutely, just the best of the best of the best. So and also a big influence was Lars and Danny Carey are my two favorite drummers. So I have Tama and Paiste. So, that was, growing up, that was my influence of what I always wanted to play as well.
And Paiste have such an identifiable sound.
Mm-hmm. When I was listening to the early Tool albums, that, I was like, this is the perfect sound. So that's what got me interested in Paiste when I was a really, really young kid. And I remember going to Guitar Center and just trying everything they had out and being like, oh, and of course, because Paiste is so top of the line, they're so expensive. So I would sit there like one day, So I would save up a lot. I worked at a movie theater and would save up some money to get I was able to get a 17-inch crash cymbal,
Amazing.
All that. But yeah,
here they are.
Here they
are
all
these years later as a part of your setup.
Absolutely.
It's fantastic.
Only cymbal I play.
And they hold up, right? Because you're touring, you're hitting these things hard. They're on and off the stage every day. Mm-hmm. That's another part of, the quality, if you will, and the reliability of an instrument.
Right. No, I don't break cymbals. I don't really go through. We've been on this tour for 6 weeks. I believe the tom heads have been changed once. The snare head has been changed twice. And I do that really beating these up, but they just don't break. They just last.
And they don't lose their sound.
No,
Most important.
Not at all.
The tone's still intact.
Yes. A friend of mine was like, after a nuclear war, there'll be cockroaches and Remo drum heads still left.
Let's go over electronics.
Yes. So actually, I started learning about electronic drums from Chris Vrenna, who was the original drummer of Nine Inch Nails.
Okay.
And back then when I started playing with Kesha in early 2010, I had no working knowledge of electronics at all.
You were purely an acoustic drummer.
Purely that.
Okay, so you discovered the first SPD?
Yes, and Chris Vrenna was kind enough to sit and talk with me, and I'd have to call him like, how does this work? How does this work?
So there's a lot under the hood here.
Yes.
I discovered electronics, it's interesting, early days in the 80s, a similar way, and then it was the Octapad.
Oh,
and that was like the first foray into integrated pads and sounds. Mm-hmm. With triggers and all kinds of just really innovative.
Yeah.
That Roland has just never stopped innovating that lane.
Right. Yeah. No, totally. And even their new SPD Pro that's been out, that is like a lot of muscle there.
I love it. I have one, and it's absolutely a beast.
Yeah.
What it does.
Yeah, it's insane. But for this tour, this SPD SX, which is probably, I think, they last for a long time too, especially out on the road. They're very road worthy.
To their credit, that's tough.
Absolutely. So I actually control this myself. I know on a lot of tours, a lot of people have everything, Ableton controlling everything. Right. I love to be just like an island unto myself.
You're changing presets, not even your tech?
Nope. I like to do it. I want to do it. In fact, there's even a song on this tour where I change a preset in the middle of the song.
Right.
So I'm playing stop, switch, and keep going.
Isn't it interesting as drummers that that flow of playing and whether it's integrating electronics and changing presets or sounds, etc., or some gadget, it all becomes part of our performance.
Yes,
right? It's
totally.
not separate. Whereas in a lot of cases, the reason Ableton's triggering is because that's like a separate thought process.
Absolutely.
But when you're working it the way you are, it actually becomes just like learning a part.
Exactly right. And with a lot of stuff I do, I mean, this SPDSX is such an integral thing in so many gigs I play on. And a lot of times, if I'm playing with a pop artist, there's like on the record, there's no live drums. So I'm trying to figure out how to incorporate live drums, how to map certain sounds out. Each patch that changes, the sounds change. And depending on what I need where, you know, that could be a clap, then that turns to a snare, that becomes a clap. So I just having these two PD8 pads here, these external triggers.
Plus you have a trigger pedal.
Yes, I have a KT10 to use as just like an aux kick kind of thing. So
and a kick trigger.
And a kick trigger, yes. So what's special about the kick trigger, which I'll use a lot of the times, is I'll get like a sampled, but I will sort of cut off the attack of a kick sample. So I will assign that to the trigger sound. So the actual attack and tone really is coming from the acoustic kick, and the sample is sort of this subby, you know, I don't know, like woof kind of, you know, thing that gives it this extra
the
low
bottom end. and the duration, basically.
Exactly. And I find that, you know, especially in larger rooms, arenas, sheds, and stuff like that, when you're playing with a lot of pop artists and it's kind of clubby, it gives that little extra feel, and it just works great. I'm not a huge fan of putting triggers on actual drums just because of the way I play. I like to do a lot of ghost notes. I like to do a lot of dynamic fills. And, you know, to really set it right and with all the variables that could happen, it's hard to like really get those to work great, you know?
And these, you have two pads, a kick pedal, and the kick trigger, all feeding the trigger inputs of the SPD.
Right, in the 4 inputs right there, which we know the new one has 8. Okay. But all I really need is 4.
Right. This is the extra capability wasn't really needed, and you're firing back samples, your own samples, your own wave files, and all of them in each song having a preset, basically.
Exactly right. And then a lot of times, I mean, I'll try to map it to figure out. I mean, well, because I have the kick trigger, not the trigger on the kick drum, but the external KT10. I can play that with the PD8 on my right and left, and boom, you kind of got
you have an electronic kick.
Exactly.
Basically. Plus you have the 6 pads and the 3 up top. So you got 9 pads for additional sounds.
Exactly right.
Although don't assign anything there.
I don't assign. Yeah, that's the thing.
That's going to be a little trick.
On this in this show, I'll use pad 4, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. And then, so why I sometimes have this like this, whereas, you know, some people don't sort of have this. I think that it's just more fun to hit it like a bigger target.
Yeah.
You know,
in the energy of a live show, you're not trying to hit the head of a needle.
Exactly. But there are songs where, you know, you gotta, you know, you're rocking out and coming over here and doing the whole thing. So but this is this is just great. I know a lot of people use this to run tracks. I've used this to just do everything.
Are you triggering loops from? Anything loop-wise will come from playback.
Yes, okay. Yes.
Electronics, acoustics, sticks.
Yes. So I use Vickfirth 2Bs with a wood tip. Big shout out to Ben Davies, who signed me 20 years ago. And then Kirsten over at Zildjian is who I talked to. Eric Gross too.
Nice.
Wonderful people that I deal with Vic. I've been playing Vickfirth 2Bs for like 25 years. Why I started playing the 2Bs was I was playing really heavy music, and one of my friends, Andy, was always like, hit harder, it's gotta be louder, it's gotta be louder. And I used to play SD10 swingers. And so he's like, no, you need to get like baseball bats. So I went out, I got two 2Bs. Now they're so comfortable in my hands that playing with anything else feels weird.
And the muscle buildup is just so much more because your muscles are being worked harder with a heavier stick.
Right. And I use these sticks in the studio live for everything. I mean, I've recorded Noah Cyrus records, country Americana with 2B sticks. I've gone...
And they're not too much.
No, I just play light. You know, it's just weird. It's just kind of like I just kind of vibe with them, and that's how, I mean, I've walked into the studio with Greg Fillinganes and Nathan East playing with 2B sticks, and it worked. So
Hey,
guys,
it's
yeah,
good
that's
enough
crazy.
for them.
Yeah,
It's good
right.
enough for any of us.
So yeah, so I am faithful and loyal to the 2Bs. There's times where some people are like, I think you need a lighter stick on that, and I'll try that. They're like, no, you can go back to it. I don't know how the 2Bs work for me all the time, but it is what it is. It's great.
Yeah, I love it.
So yeah.
Any other accessories? Anything else? You got a Vic Firth
Oh yes.
holder there.
This is the guy right here. This
I'm going to
is,
switch sides with
Oh
you.
yeah.
So we can-
Sorry, David. This is the most important thing in case of an emergency.
This
Got-
is the
got
in
your
case of emergency.
Just got your extra sticks in there.
Get your Vic Firth
Yeah.
stick holder. I love
Exactly.
it. This is cool.
Yeah.
And that's all we stage left.
Yep. This is right here on the hi-hat stand, and let me see here, and then I got my Vic Firth stick bag. That let me take this out of.
Don't leave home without it.
Exactly. This thing goes with me everywhere.
That's cool. Very light.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like the heavy ones. I like these
I
guys.
don't like the
They
big
just-
leather ones. This is
No.
like nylon or cotton or something. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I think it's that. Yeah, and just put this on my right side, and this travels with me everywhere. Like at times, if
How many years you have this stick back?
this one is actually only about a year old.
Only about a
It's-
year
it's
old.
pretty worn though.
It's pretty worn.
It's been all over the world already
Wow.
a few times.
I love it.
So, but yeah, I have a few of them, and yeah, I'm not into the big ones. I like this. It kind of just goes on my kit nice and easy, and it's not.
And it's an all sticks gig, right? No brushes, no brush sticks.
There is one thing that I wanted to show you, which on one song I've been using some Vic mallets.
Okay.
With sorry,
No, take your time.
I forgot to put these in there.
Okay.
These are the American Custom T3s.
Sure.
These are super light. These are only on one song for some swells. And I do play the kit with it, but it's like a slower song, softer song. So the
Kind of
MD,
timpani like.
yeah,
This, very...
yeah,
So we got this is for cymbal swells.
yeah.
All right,
more-
so let's swell together.
all right. Perfect.
Yeah. Elias, thank you very much.
David, an honor.
That honor's all ours. Check out Elias on tour with Kesha and,
Noah Cyrus, Filter, and Orianthi coming up.
all right, to name a few. And we will have a deep dive of Elias. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. And remember, you guys are the best part of the modern drummer community. We love you. You're why we do it. You're why we're here. And you're why he's playing every night to huge crowds to inspire and impact. I'm David Frangioni, Modern Drummer. We'll see you guys soon.